3 a.m. in the morning. I'm sitting
That's hit to right field. Long run for Pilar. And Pilar all out into foul territory to make the play.
Bogarts with a drive out to right field. Judge is back on it, and that one's gone.
Against all odds. Here's a high fly ball driven deep to right. Rodrigo back to the pen. Leaps up. He caught it. He caught the ball. He took it back.
And I will keep on waiting for a better day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the greatest Red Sox podcast you have ever seen, the Pesky podcast, episode 73. How you guys doing today? Joining me is none other than a guy you've seen on the show twice before, I believe.
I might as well be a co-host now. I think this is my third time.
Was supposed to be on episode 69, decided to go golfing instead. Killing me. That was a great episode too, and you missed out. You missed out. Kelsey, introduce yourself to the people.
Kelsey Miranda, you guys know. You guys probably heard me before. I'm back up here in Mass. I mean, the Sox are killing it. Why not podcast about it?
What part of Massachusetts?
South Coast.
South Coast. Nice. Mm-hmm. Man, we should have gone to a Red Sox game together if we could have had the time.
Yeah, we needed to do that.
Bro, I'm sorry about that. I was just running in between finals and trying to graduate. Your boy's got his bachelor's degree.
Look at you. There you go. I'm still chasing it, but nice, dude. That's what you want. Came home with it.
Where do you go to school again?
It's a school down in South Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 4 or 5 hours away from there where I am now. But
nice.
What grade are you in now?
I'm a junior.
A junior. Ooh. It only gets worse from here.
So I have the bulk of it coming up.
Let me just say what you got to do. And this for any of my college or future college students out there, get your hardest classes out of the way first. Your freshman year is when you have so much motivation. Freshman and sophomore year, load up your schedule. Get as many classes in there possible as if you're trying to get that 4-year program done in like 3.5 years. Really push yourself through it. And then your junior and senior year, you just put your feet up, you lay back, and life is good.
Yeah, and you're writing 40-page essays.
Take that from somebody who never followed that and had to completely backload his senior year, and it was terrible. But let's get into what the people want. Some Red Sox news. If you guys do like this content, YouTube, you get to see me and whatever guest I am with twice a week. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification so you can see every time I go live twice a week. Spotify and iTunes, gang. I never forget about you guys. How you guys doing today? Kelsey, I actually saw the website that I put my stuff on Spotify through. Shows me now what parts of the world people listen to the most.
Oh, that's cool. But we got people from Indonesia or something?
It's India. We got one person that actively listens from Belgium, and that is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I am forever grateful to whoever person is in Belgium. We got some from LA. We got some from out west. We got all over, actually.
Red Sox Nation and Pesky Pole Podcast Nation goes worldwide.
Pesky Pole Podcast Nation, stand up one time, all right? You already know what it is. Quit playing. All right, let's get right. And actually, you got anything to say to the people before we get into it?
You know what? I'm going to start it off. I did not I don't think anyone did, but I'm going to say I did not expect the Red Sox to be in first place in May 23rd. It shocks me.
I'm going to, before we get into that, first follow the Soxtonian Instagram, SOXTONIAN. Soxtonian Instagram will be linked down below. Make sure you go follow him for some awesome news when he decides to actually post stuff.
When I watch the games, I have so much more motivation to keep up with it.
Dude went on complete hiatus for like a month. Posted like twice ever since. I haven't messaged you since like April 20-something. Mm-hmm. And I'm just looking, and I'm looking through Instagram. I'm like, is he good? Kelsey, where you at?
But still alive over here. Come be a Soxtonian. Follow me.
So here's the problem. The Red Sox have been holding their own. They've been winning about 60 to 70% of their games consistently. Rays have won 9 out of the last 10. And they've been doing very good. They're 1 game back of the division, and the Yankees are 1.5. Winning the series against the Blue Jays pushed them out of contention to the point where they're 4.5 back. Orioles, we don't talk about the Orioles.
They went on John Means Day, and that's all they got.
Yep, that's about it. So here's my question to you: with the Rays, who did the Rays trade? They just traded somebody to the Brewers.
I thought of that the other day. It was somebody that like contributed.
Give me a second, because who was it? Give me 2 seconds.
They traded 2 players recently.
Yeah, the big one they traded though was Willie Adames.
Yeah.
So Willie Adames is off to Milwaukee, getting him out of the division, which I do appreciate. But do you feel the Rays are going to take a step down, or are they going to be like the 2020 Rays and just shock everyone?
I don't know. We didn't see who they got.
2 prospects.
2
prospects.
Oh, really? I mean, I think they saw their window this past year and lost, and they traded away Blake Snell. Willie Adames is one of their key guys. He contributes. He hits home runs. He's a second baseman, I think, and
shortstop.
What I see from why Willie Adames got traded is because the Brewers approached them. The Brewers are trying to make the next step to beat out the Cardinals and the Cubs. This is a total Brewers trade. They asked for Willie Adames, and the Rays. What I see from that is they're giving in, and they're backing off of what seems to be like a pretty good team that could go for the World Series again. I don't know why they traded him.
And here's the problem with that. I can kind of see it, but with the Cardinals getting Nolan Arenado, right? I don't think this Brewers team really has what it takes. So I question the decision, but they are only 4 games back from the Cardinals, only 1 game back from the Cubs for the division, and plus you only need to be top 2 to make it into playoffs, and then 2 wild card teams.
Yeah,
is that right?
I'm not sure, but I mean,
it's top 2 from each division, which is 6, and then 2 wild card teams. So yeah, it's 8 on each side. It's
totally worth them for them to push and make trades at the deadline and try and make their team better, because the NL Central is so weak. All they need is 95 wins to make the playoffs, or like 90 wins. So
I don't know. Some teams have just been really lackluster this season. For example, the Dodgers, who are 28-18. You would have expected them to be one of the top dogs out there, but they're currently 3rd in the NL West.
Can we talk for a second? Can we talk about how good this Padres team has been in the past 2 weeks? I looked at the rankings, the standings a month ago. They were in 4th place. They were bottom of the division. I look at the standings today. They're solo first.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
But the thing with them is that's what we all expected. They created a powerhouse with a small market team, which I always love to see. It doesn't matter what team it is. If a small market team creates a powerhouse, I love to see it. But this is something we just expected out of them. Sure, they got off to a rocky start making all those trades, but you'd expect them to pick it up.
You're totally correct. If they weren't 1st or 2nd in the division by October, then they failed big time.
Here's a question. Why are the Mariners decent, and why do the Angels suck?
I think, oh my God, the Angels are a mess. I really wish they were better. But the Mariners, I feel like they're getting a lot of motivation from this douchebag. What was he, a CEO? Something?
I'm pretty sure you can't say that.
Sorry, but podcast. You know what I'm saying. This guy is a cheapskate.
Like 8 minutes in. Okay.
He's not what you want running your baseball operation team. He's manipulating service time, and he says that he is, and I feel like these guys get a lot of motivation off that. They want to, now that this guy's out, they're amping up the pace, and they want to show people that they can make the playoffs for the first time in 20 years.
Oh man, I don't know. I would like to see it make the playoffs for the first time since basically Griffey.
Yeah.
And call it a day. Or since A-Rod?
I think it's like 01. It's so long. Either way.
It's been way too long. Since Ichiro. We'll compromise at Ichiro.
That's right.
But with them, it's very confusing to see what they're going to do. I'm going to be intrigued to see how some of these teams decide to play it out throughout the rest of the year. Like, good example would be the Royals. Royals, is it your time to buy? You're third in your division. You're kind of back. Are we buying or selling? Blue Jays, they're still a young team. If they don't make the playoffs this year, it's whatever.
It's okay. Yeah.
With the Yankees, they started out sucking, as we always expect them to do. Then they decided to say, hey, we're actually the Yankees. Let's do something about it. Yeah.
Rays in baseball.
Rays have been a stellar team away, and same with the Red Sox. Those have been two of the best away teams in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Which confuses me. We're 16-6 away, but home we're 500 basically.
Doesn't make sense.
I'm confused by it. We're just very good away.
Mm-hmm.
Another team that's very good away is Oakland.
Yep.
Oakland is surprisingly good this year. They're always a team that I expect to make it to the second round and then completely tank out.
Yeah, very good, well-run organization ever since Moneyball. I mean, they're getting these great pitchers, and they can show up on a day-to-day basis and win. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how they do it.
Oh, by the way, the exact opposite, the Rockies, they're 15-12 at home and 2-17 away.
Wow, surprisingly better than I would think.
Say it with me.
I wanted to say it earlier. I think the Rockies and the Mariners are sort of in the same spot, and for some reason, the Mariners are killing it.
The Rockies are just in a tougher division.
Yeah, way tougher.
You got two powerhouses in the Padres and Dodgers, and the Giants who are surprising everybody this year.
Mm-hmm. You really just need to take a step back if you're them.
Yep. So let's get into this Red Sox team. First, let's talk about the pitching. Still an average pitching team.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack. Right? You know who our best pitcher is still?
Nick Pivetta.
Not even close.
He's my guy. It's Eddie Rodriguez.
No, it's my guy.
Martin?
No. That's
Robert
such
Stock.
intense guy.
Robert Stock.
Oh, okay. I'm about to mute you. Garrett Whitlock.
Okay, I understand. I was going for starting pitchers there.
He's 0-1 currently, but 12 appearances, only allowed 5 earned runs. 3 of those are homers. So basically the way to get to Garrett Whitlock, and I think all of those runs have been scored off of homers, is the only way to score off him is you need to hit a homer. If you don't hit a homer, you're not scoring off him. But he has a 2 ERA with 22 innings pitched, a whip of 1.075.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's been killing it. Then Matt Barnes. Like we said, all-star level, second best closer in the league currently. I would give the edge to Chapman right now. But other than that, dude average, his strikeout per 9 is 16.1.
He's the man.
How is that even possible?
When he's done in 3 years, we're gonna think of Keith Folk, Jonathan Papelbon, and Matt Barnes.
You're forgetting one name in there. He wasn't necessarily a closer, but I always like to think of him as a closer.
Daisuke
Matsuzaka.
That was easy. He was great too.
Man. We had another one.
Koji Uehara.
Not Koji. Did he play for the Red Sox? Why am I thinking of Byung-Hun Kim? He's part of the Red Sox, right?
Yeah, he did. Lou Merlone hated him.
I love that guy. So the rest of the rotation is average. Everybody in there is between a 3.18 and a 4.70, which this team's ERA averages a 3.86, which if we're only allowing 4 runs a game, I'm happy with. I see no complaints in there at all.
If JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, and Rafael Devers want to out-hit the rest of the majors, then sure, I don't care. It works.
It's literally those 2 in Verdugo. Those 3 in Verdugo.
I'm sorry, I have not been watching the games just because I literally can't. They're forcing me out. But has Alex Verdugo played a single baseball game in the past 3 weeks?
He's played 43 games, so yeah, he's played the majority.
Wow.
I mean, Xander and JD have only played. How many games have we played?
They're in the lineup every day, almost.
Yeah, so we have played 47. So out of 47, he's played 43.
That surprises me.
I see that as very durable.
Yeah, he's young, and he called the shot, and he's an everyday outfielder now for us.
Mm-hmm. And I am so happy about that. And some of our guys, though, I mean, one guy that's really turned it around. All right, let's take a 2-minute intermission for a Michael Chavis appreciation session.
Yeah.
All right, he's come in here, played 10 games, 31 at-bats, 9 hits, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. Still strikes out a lot, but we don't need to talk about that. Still a 290 batting average, on-base percentage, a 516 is slugging. Not bad.
The kid is so hungry. I mean, if he was DH, there would be no complaints here.
He's not hungry. He's pissed off.
Yeah.
We'll say that. Moment of silence for Franchi Cordero.
Send him into the sun. Into Mars.
It makes me upset. Why? We put so much faith into you.
What a disappointment. Jaron Duran, what's up, kid?
Jaron Duran, help us, please. We'll get into him later in the episode. Danny Santana, though.
How could this team get even better with Danny Santana?
My dude's only had 2 hits this year, and both of them have been solo shots.
Rocket home runs, not barely over the fence.
Because I was looking at my phone, right? And it was like 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's only played 2 games. So, yeah, it was like 2-3 days ago. And I'm looking, and I'm like, who the hell is Danny Santana? And why are you batting 8th?
His signing went so far under the radar.
I didn't even know about it. And I covered this damn team.
Yeah, it was like it snuck in so late because it was like after the Marwin signing and in between when we traded Workman and Brazier or whatever, not Brazier, but it snuck in because we signed him to a minor league deal, and he hit 28 home runs in 2019. If we see 20 home runs out of this guy, he's not going to play every day. What a bonus that could be. He could be like a pinch hitter.
Dude, and just having him as a utility guy, it just puts Franchi up on the block to say, hey, anybody want to come get this man's? We'll take prospects.
We all we had to do to bring Danny Santana up was kick country singer Austin Bryce to the curb.
Finally.
Yeah.
Dang,
and that's only because Josh Taylor hasn't been complete dog.
Yes, he has. But like I said, there are only 2 pitchers right now that I would not trust with the ball in their hands. And that's Josh Taylor and Matt Andriese. Screw that guy.
Josh Taylor has the most punchable face in the I just hate seeing him on the mound, even if he's okay. But we kicked out Austin Bryce, and now Franchi Cordero's next when Jaron Duran comes up.
Man, and do you think we'll get into that later? I have a whole segment prepared for Duran, but with this team, hitting wise, right on the what was I gonna say? For our rank in the AL, we're the best team batting wise in the AL right now. Second best, I'm sorry. Behind the
You know what's funny about that is we were last year.
Exactly. But the pitching decided, I want to give a damn, and let's go out here and be the 6th best team in the AL.
Yeah.
Best team when it comes to saves. Thank you, Matt Barnes, you beautiful man.
They realized what needed to be done and what was already there and said, we're not going to miss our window. We're going to man up, and we're going to do this year.
I mean, as Red Sox fans, we deserve this a little bit. Last year, we just got pounded and beaten down. And for a big market team, you don't expect that. As
Boston sports fans, we deserve this. It has not been that great of the past 2 years.
I know. Moment of silence for Seattle Mariners fans once again. May God have mercy on your soul, because you're gonna need it. All right. Like I said, I've talked with one guy in the Seattle Mariners organization. His name is Travis Kuhn, a minor leaguer, and I don't think he's happy.
It doesn't seem like a fun place to play baseball because it's so far removed from everywhere else.
I think he's gonna pull his famous Eric Bledsoe soon and just put out a tweet that says, "I don't want to be here."
Yeah,
I wouldn't blame anybody in Seattle right now who just tweeted that. No complaints, no nothing. But we were just talking about the bullpen, right?
Yeah.
Currently, right now, let me look it up real quick. But we have a somewhat tough schedule ahead of us right now.
Okay.
And it's just going to go like we've been facing some easy teams, but apparently our schedule is supposed to go a little bit up through the roof. And the question is, do we need to bolster the bullpen?
Like tear it apart?
Not tear it apart, but add some strength to it.
Yeah. I mean, we have the chance to draft Kumar Rocker this summer, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to make a move at the deadline for somebody that's gonna be more reliable than Ottavino and Phillips Valdez and Darwinson has been. We need somebody that we know we can go to for 5, 6 outs.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. Currently, as we're talking, the game against Philly, the final game of the series is getting up to is going up.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got 2 against Atlanta on Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 against Miami, 4 against Houston, 3 against New York, 3 against Houston.
Wow, that's going to be a tough stretch. Houston.
Just that week from May 31st to June 10th, those 11 days.
I've said the bullpen questions me. The bullpen and the whole pitching staff is basically where this take roots from. Is that I'm surprised that we've been here. We're still in first place, and I haven't seen that as really sustainable. But what has proved that for me is the game against the Blue Jays where they scored 3 runs in the 9th and Barnes came in and dominated. And last night when Barnes came in and showed up that he was the man, the bullpen was there enough and Barnes came in and delivered. And if we come out of that stretch, Houston, New York, Houston, if we come out of that stretch above 500, this team will absolutely be there in October. No question about it.
This team's going to prove itself. Guaranteed. But low key, high key on Tuesday, June 15th, I want to take a drive down to Atlanta to go get a Red Sox Braves game in.
That park is beautiful.
There's nothing around here where I live. I live in southern Tennessee. All right, we don't have a damn baseball team here. Kansas City is 8 hours north. Atlanta is 5.5 hours down.
Start in southern Tennessee, buddy.
Hey. All right. Not everyone. Only about like 60% of people down here talk like that.
I know. It's not everybody.
I still have like the northern kind of talk with me because I've lived up there for 10, 12 years. And then I come down here and I'm down here for a year. But once you're around people that talk like that, you start subconsciously talking like that too. So sometimes I'll catch myself slipping into that southern accent and I'm sitting here like, oh God, please help me.
Yeah, it's funny how it works. Happens to me too.
So any guys off the top of your head that you could think of that we could possibly bring into this bullpen?
I mean, Liam Hendricks is still one of the best relievers there is. The Brewers aren't gonna let go of any of their guys because they need them. I feel like the Marlins would be stupid enough to send us some guys our way.
So let's look at the teams that are worse in their division. Orioles, Twins, Angels, Nationals, Pirates, Rockies. Which teams out of those would be willing to sell? And here's the 2 that I think that would be most willing to sell are Pirates and Orioles. And I think, and I said this, right? I was doing the podcast by myself, one episode on a Tuesday, and I said, you know what? I think that adding John Means to this bullpen would make us a lot better.
You'd add him to the bullpen?
Yes, you make him as your long reliever.
He's a Cy Young candidate.
Is he that good?
He's great. He uses the sticky stuff.
There's no way he's a Cy Young candidate.
Top 10.
Let me look up his stats. But I wouldn't mind adding him as either. Actually, yeah, you're right. Add him into the starting rotation. Get Garrett Richards out of here. Put him to the bench.
But we're not thinking clearly. Chris Sale is going to come back to the starting rotation soon.
Damn, you were right about John Means.
If he's close to the real Chris Sale that we've seen since he came here and pitches and he throws like a 2.8, ERA. We can put Martin Perez in the bullpen.
I mean, I'm really hoping, but we're still talking about like 2 months away from when we see Chris Sale.
Yes, but like you said about Garrett Richards, I think he would really thrive in a bullpen spot.
All I'm gonna say is John Means right now has a 1.7 ERA. Damn. That's okay. But another guy who's very good who might be able to come in here is Joe Musgrove
from the Padres.
Oh, he's on the Padres. Crap, I forgot he was on the. I thought he was on the Pirates.
There might be more than one. Who are you talking about?
Joe Musgrove. Isn't he on the? He was at least on the Pirates for a while.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a Musgrove that threw.
He's on the Padres, but
yeah.
Let me just prove I'm not going crazy. And I swear he was on the Pirates for at least some sort of time. If not, I'm gonna look like a real.
I don't think you're insane. I think you're just a tad delusional.
Yeah, he was on the Pirates for the past 2 years. I knew I wasn't going crazy.
Okay, you're keeping up with it. Yeah.
All right, I thought I was going crazy for a second. Okay, good. But
what's good about we're speculating on this? What's good about that is this is totally in the smartest man in baseball's hands, Chaim Bloom.
Mm-hmm. A dude who took the Rays from nothing to what they are now.
Yeah,
it's very hard with the Rays out of all teams. Like
he's gonna go get a Nick Pivetta type or a Garrett Richards type and just make something out of nothing.
No, because let me say this, right? We were talking about this a little bit before the show. A couple days ago, the Red Sox facing the Blue Jays. And I apologize, the score wasn't 4-3. It was going into the top of the ninth, it was 7-5 Blue Jays. Red Sox come in, boom, homer, single with 2 outs. JD Martinez, Santa Maria, homer. And we're up 8-7. Matt Barnes comes in and closes the day. And when Matt Barnes comes in and be clutch like that, and like he was last night, that makes me feel some kind of way.
He's the king.
It's a beautiful sight. But anyway, and I took to Instagram, right? First of all, I went to Twitter and I put a tweet. If you don't, go follow the Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. All I did was put a tweet out in all caps. It said, JD Martinez is a grown man. Right. That's how I was feeling. But then after the game officially ended, I took to Instagram, posted the final score, and I've been saying this all year. This year is the 2003 Red Sox reincarnated.
I love that.
You cannot tell me otherwise, right? You cannot tell me that Alex Verdugo and Johnny Damon aren't the same person.
I love that take. There's nothing wrong with that. We can compare it to the pitching staff.
Chris Sale is our Pedro.
Yeah. They have mediocre pitchers that are going to elevate towards the postseason.
No. We need a Schilling.
Yeah, he got us.
We're shilling away from championship contention. And I need to look at this because somebody who saw that post put a good name, and I want to give credit where credit's due, to who we can maybe go out and get. Let me see if I can find it. S. Taylor 638 said Max Scherzer on the Nationals. Won't cost too much to trade, and he'd be a rental. Gives us that second all-star pitcher.
All-star veteran. That is a great take from
Max Scherzer. Bring him in. Get that 1-2 punch. He'll be our Schilling. Bloody sock and all. That's all I'm saying. And realistically, I think we need a Manny too. Unless
just
because here's the thing, if you look at our roster now, and I did this in a past episode, but if you look at our roster now and you look at it in 03, that's really all we're missing is a second good outfielder, like star outfielder. But I don't even think we need that just because the rest of the team makes up for that. JD is our David Ortiz. Alex Verdugo is our Johnny Damon. Xander is our Noma.
Yeah.
Right, we got the pieces around.
Devers doesn't play outfield, but Devers is definitely acting like Manny right now.
No, Devers needs to get up about a good 0.07 on his batting average. He needs to get into like the 310s, 320s to be able to be called Manny. He's good.
Sure,
he's just
not there yet. Smashing right now. Every time he makes contact, it's flying.
Who was our closer in 03?
It wasn't Keith Folk. It was probably somebody trash because Grady Little kept Pedro in and didn't want to bring in the closer.
It was Keith Folk.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We traded
Yes,
for
it
him.
was. 2003 was Keith Folk. I'm looking
That's
at
wrong.
the team.
I've been
Veritek
reading
was.
the book.
Hold on, let me just go down to the pitching.
Yeah.
No. Now Baseball Reference is telling me it's Byung-Hun Kim. Byung-Hun Kim, you beautiful man.
Do you need to look further as to why the 2003 Red Sox didn't get over the hump?
Because our top three pitchers were very good in Pedro, Derek Lowe, and Tim Wakefield.
Mm-hmm.
And then our four was John Burkett, 38 years old. And then our fifth was Casey Fossum.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And our relievers, our main relievers were Mike Timlin, who was very old but still did his job, Alan Embry, Brendan Lyon, Ramiro Mendoza, and Byung-Hun Kim.
And then after that, during that time, we brought in a Theo Epstein, and now we bring in a Hein Bloom.
But let me just go through, right, and tell you, right, Jason Veritek, Vasquez, basically same dude.
Yeah.
Kevin Millar to Bobby Dahlbeck. I mean, Kevin Millar hit 25 homers. Bobby Dahlbeck's probably going to hit closer to 35.
Yeah.
Todd Walker to Kike. Both guys who had decent batting averages and good defensive numbers. Nomad Xander. Bill Mueller to Devers, which Bill Mueller averaged at 326. But this team's batting average is a lot better, so
They always talked about Mueller like he was a great hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers back that up.
Manny, we have nobody to be Manny, don't even say Franchi. Johnny Damon is Alex Verdugo. Trot Nixon. 100-run throw isn't there. And then David Ortiz.
You would like to say that Franchi's ceiling is Manny.
Well, you could say that anybody's ceiling is anywhere, but it's just a matter of if they reach it. And Franchi doesn't look like it.
No. There's not a whole lot of promise in him this past 2 weeks.
Which upsets me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's been bad. But yeah, for some reason, like this year, just teams suck at hitting.
You know who truly our Johnny Damon is? It's Jarren Duran.
I like comparing Verdugo to Damon, but I can see it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Duran, right? Let's talk about Duran and Cassis for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? Both of them qualified for the USA Olympic qualifying training camp. And they've just been killing it. Right?
Yeah.
The 24-year-old left-handed hitter went 5 for 5 with 2 home runs Saturday, which helped the Woo Sox win over Buffalo 7-4. His homers travel 480 and 475. Duran is batting at 299 with a 390 on-base percentage. And then Cassis is batting 323 with a 400 on-base percentage, 516 slugging, and 916 OPS with 3 homers, 1 double, and 1 triple, 13 RBIs, and 7 walks.
When you read off those numbers from Duran, it tells me that he's a modern baseball player that works in today's game.
I've never really seen Duran's fielding, but if he's got good fielding, that sounds like a 5-2 outfield if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, he's really fast. He can get to any ball.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs the experience.
Okay, so with those two guys, when do you see them realistically coming up into the majors?
Duran needs to be there this year. But Duran needs to be there in 2 weeks. But
are you officially pulling the plug on the Franchi Cordero experiment?
Oh my God, yeah. But not
no hesitation. He said, "Get him out of here."
Yeah, I'm not pulling it all the way out. I'm maybe just squeezing it out a little bit, and I'm going to send him down to the minors. He's not that old. I mean, he has promise.
He's 26.
Yeah, he can go down, figure it out in AAA. But Duran needs to be up here next week before the Houston series. But Cassis can hang out down in AA, AAA, because when he comes up, what are we going to do with Bobby Dahlbeck and Michael Chavis?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's got so much promise. I think now might be the move to either decide between Dahlbeck and Chavis, ship one of them out of town to the Nationals for Scherzer.
Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat. I'd trade both. I'd trade both of them.
Scherzer would be a rental. 1 year rental.
Mm-hmm. And you can totally dump Chavis for him because his ceiling's not that high. His floor is just hitting home runs.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, right? With some of our guys up here, so we have two pitchers who haven't pitched. Obviously, one we've talked about is Chris Sale, and the other is Ryan Brazier.
Yep.
Do we expect when Ryan Brazier gets back up into this team, he's going to do anything?
I don't expect him to be the same Ryan Brazier. He's been out for a long time.
Is he going to help the team or is he going to hurt the team?
I think he's going to help him, but only for a short period of time. It's not going to be. He's not going to be available every day, and he's not going to be able to stretch it in October.
Mm-hmm. No, I can see that, and I've never been a fan of Brazier. Everyone knows this.
I haven't either. Yeah,
like dude throws fast, but he's just not reliable anymore. Gives up a terrible ERA. 2020 absolutely sucked. He made it that much worse. I can't deal with him. Sale. This is saying Ace Chris Sale, who continues to return from his Tommy John surgery, threw on flat ground and then the mound Saturday. He's been throwing bullpen sessions routinely the past couple weeks. And then Core said he was able to repeat his delivery, and so it was another positive day. Red Sox expect Chris Sale for Boston at some point this season. Article doesn't go into specifics. I mean,
it's what we need. Could you imagine if it was our top three pitchers were Erod, Chris Sale, and Max Scherzer? That speaks World Series team to me.
That speaks easy division win over the Yankees to me, and that's all I love to hear.
Sweep 4-0.
I mean, I'll give them game 3 in New York, and then we'll call it
a gentleman's.
Yeah, a little bit of a gentleman's sweep. Let them sing New York, New York to the fans on Game 3 in 2018, and then continue to whoop them.
Let them think they have their spotlight, but they don't.
Mm-hmm. No, they don't. And then go into LA and then make Manny Machado propose to end the series beautifully. It's still a beautiful time.
Bring him down to his knees, make him beg.
Bring him down to his knees, make him beg, make him cry, make him suffer for it, make him want it. That's still a beautiful time. And like I kept saying, I believe that our World Series contention was in 2024. At the start of this year, I thought we weren't going to win more than 75 games. And this team is going to...
Doubted this team. I remember that.
I doubted hard. But here's the thing with my Red Sox takes and sports takes in general. About 70% of the time, they're wrong.
I just got a new Chris Sale update.
Uh-oh.
He's throwing off the mound.
Yeah, I just got the same notification, and I just said that.
Because he feels like a pitcher again.
Were you not just listening when I said threw off flat ground and then off the mound Saturday?
Wow, I would end one ear out the other. But I think Chris Sale sees what this team is doing, and he's just scratching so bad. He wants to get back in.
Mm-hmm. He wants it.
Just don't want him to rush.
He wants it badly. So, by the next time I record an episode, which is Wednesday, we're going to have 3 games. Erod pitching against Philly. Richards against Atlanta. Pavetta against Atlanta. How many are we winning? The Atlanta games are at home.
We'd have to win the series 2 out of 3. Lose one of those games. Atlanta is Ronald Acuna Jr. and Freddie Freeman right now. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is avoid those at bats, and you're good.
No, I can. For me, I'm saying we win all three. Screw it. We're
Why
winning
not?
all three.
Yeah.
I say nice little win streak to come up. All right, we already won our past 4.
Mm-hmm.
Let's build this up to 7. And then we got Miami, which Miami hasn't been doing.
Totally outslug Atlanta. No question about it.
Like I said, Miami hasn't been doing the greatest this year. Where are they at? They are. Let me look. They're 21-24. They're just under 500. They haven't been doing too great, but they haven't been doing bad. So what's the problem with us winning against Philly, winning 2 against Atlanta, and then winning 3 against Miami to make it a 9-game win streak or a 10-game win streak?
Coming out and telling everybody in the majors that we're the best team in the league is what's stopping us.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of these.
I think
guys,
me saying that just jinxed us.
Some of these guys on the roster aren't ready to be the best team in the league.
Mm-hmm. And here's the problem, and here's what's pissing me off with the Red Sox right now. Right, the cheapest tickets. If I wanted to go to the Atlanta game tomorrow, cheapest tickets are $93. If I wanted to go to the Red Sox Houston game on June 2nd in Houston, tickets are $20.
That's the only bummer about the Red Sox being good again is the tickets.
The tickets are insane.
They're expensive.
The one year they suck, no one's allowed to go see them.
Yeah,
like
they would have been. Tickets would have been $30 last year.
Like even Tampa Bay, goddamn, their tickets are insane. The Tampa Bay Red Sox game away on the 22nd, cheapest you get is $101.
Oh, gee.
Like I said, when I went in April, I went to a game and I paid over $100 for seats. And I was kind of in between home plate and the first base dugout, but I was about 100 feet back. Right? It was still a good view, but I was watching the game from a folding chair. And I paid over $100 to sit in a folding chair to watch the game. I was pissed.
Oldest park in baseball. I love it.
No, it was because the point of the park I was sitting at, there were 2 seats together. Then there was a space. Then there were 2 seats. Then there was a space. And there were 2 seats. Instead of just having each of those 2 seats, they zip tied one of the seats and put a folding chair next to the other one.
That's weird.
Why? Confused the hell out of me. Even the dude, because the dude that was working there, I'm just looking, I'm like, why is this a thing? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
I think they knew you were coming and just slapped you on the folding chair.
Dude had to be in his 60s, but he was nice. All right. With that being said, that is all the news I got for today. You got anything to say to the people before we sign off?
Thanks for having me back, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to coming back and talking about this Red Sox team because there's so much to talk about. Every single game raises new questions.
Bro, I have you on at least once a month. That's been about the schedule. Is I have you on about once a month.
Part-time co-host.
Part-time co-host with about 7 other people. Good job.
Yeah.
Hopefully you feel proud. But with that being said, give me one good thing that has happened this week. I'm going to get started with one kind of bad thing. Celtics ended up taking the L last night. That hurts. But just widely, just the star power, we're so outmatched without Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
They don't have any path without him. Without him.
Mm-hmm. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Sometimes just the season doesn't fall your way. But for us, that's been the way for the past 4 seasons with 18, 19, 20, and 21. Just all playoff contention, good teams, out early. Besides 18 was our best year.
What really sucks is it was supposed to be last year or this year that they were going to make the run for it.
Last year should have been the year. Nobody in the East was a true favorite. Milwaukee got bounced out early. We had the chance against Miami and lost it.
Yeah.
We had the chance to make the finals, and the team just didn't come together when we needed it, you know. But give me one good thing about this week.
I have my answer. I don't want to say, can I go out of bounds and not say something that happened this week, but something that happened between the last time I was on the podcast and now?
Sure.
Moving back up to Mass. Feels good.
Trust me, with college, it's one of those things of, I love being away, but when you come home, it's just so much better, you know.
Yeah, summertime feels better.
I missed my mama's home cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing I miss. And for anybody out there, if there's a slight interest that you are interested in Dean College, don't. You're welcome. Okay? That's all I gotta say. The food there sucked.
That was a serious face. You meant
Oh
that.
my god. I meant that with a passion. Alright, that team sucked. Or not the team. The college sucked. It was bad. Alright, the food there was terrible. And basically only go there if you're looking to be a dance major. The dance program and the theater program there are very, very good. And sports broadcasting a little bit. But other than that, if you're going there for any other major, run. Just run.
Run for the hills.
Alright. That being said, thank you guys so much for listening. God bless you guys. Go follow him. Once again, my boy Kelsey at the Soxtonian Instagram, SOXTONIAN. Make sure you go give him a follow for whenever the hell he decides to actually post something.
Hey, you never know. I might run up the podcast midsummer.
Hopefully. All right. Once again, hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. I'm putting this out on Sunday night, so I hope you have an amazing Sunday, the Lord's Day. Roll that outro music. See you guys next time.
Freedom, I never had the chance to run. Leave behind the said and done. Figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for. Gotta get ahead of something more. So I think I found a new way out, way beyond a shadow of doubt. 'Cause I can't breathe. And I guess I could be stronger now, and leave it up to fate somehow. But I'm doing this for me. Give it up, baby, I'm not fooling anyone. Always going on and on. Can't you keep it to yourself for once?